You don't want to have an arch in your lower back. And of course, you don't want to have your back bending this way either. And then after that, brace your core as if somebody is about to punch you into your stomach. This is what it should look like. So that's why you'd want to have the basics down, because not only you get the full benefit, but you also avoid injuries. Hello and welcome to a deadlift tutorial video. Now I've decided to do this because a lot of you out there online and offline are asking me, hey, I'm stuck at this amount of weight. What do you recommend I should do? What exercise accessories should I do? What techniques should I use? What loading strategies? How about the form? How about the position, feet position at bar, spine alignment, breathing technique? So there is going to be a lot covered in these two videos. It is much easier to just create a video than individually keep explaining to my friends both online and offline what it is that you should be doing. So I hope you'll find some value out of these videos, and please don't forget to hit like, subscribe and ring the notification bell below. With that said, let's get started. So first we are going to start with the position, and then after that we will talk about the form, because there is no point of talking about the form before we know how to set up. So there are two things to keep in mind here: feet position and then arm position. So let's talk about the feet position first, and then we'll move on to the arm position. As a general rule of thumb, legs shoulder width or hip width apart, and then you can just see and tweak a little bit the position to see what fits you best. And now let's take a look at in which direction feet are pointing. You want to keep the feet slightly in a V-shaped position. The angle should be about 5 degrees. Now, you might have to adjust this according to what feels comfortable to you, but as long as you keep that V shape within 5 to 10 degrees maximum, then you have some room to adjust there. Let's take a look at the arm positions. So, hands on the outside of your legs and a centimeter or two gap, half an inch gap, and that should be your starting point. But then again, you need to remember that you might want to go, depending where you feel more comfortable, a little wider, a little closer. But if you decide to go closer, keep at least a centimeter gap between your thumb and your leg. As you set up yourself, you find your comfortable stance, and feet slightly pointing outwards in a V-shaped position, and then you go down. Now we will talk about the bar distance in a second, so don't pay attention now, because right now the bar is close next to my shins, but I'll set it up for now. So chest in line with the bar, hands on the outside of your legs, and then go down until the kneecap aligns with your arm. As you pull up, bring the hips through. So before we concentrate on the depth, let's take a look at the bar position, because the bar position will actually determine how low or how high your hips should be. And this is really important because you don't want to go too low, you don't want to be too high either, to the point where you're doing stiff deadlifts. Straighten your legs, keep them straight, then position the bar about 5 centimeters or 2 inches away from your shins. And then you just bring the shins in until they touch the bar. So as you bring now the shins in, the hips will drop into the position where they should be, your chest aligns with the bar, and your arms are right under your shoulders. And that's the correct position. And then you just complete the lift. Keep the bar rubbing against your shins and your thighs as you pull up. And then as you pull up, just bring the hips through like this. If your chest is not aligned with the bar and if your arms are not directly under your shoulders, then the weight will tend to pull you forward. Instead of doing this, I would do this. A mistake I was making was keep the bar next to my shins and then push the bar with my shins, go down to this position. See where kneecap is? I have about almost 10 centimeters, that's 4 inches gap. And then as I would lift up, my hips would shoot first, but the bar is staying in its original position now. And I would create that 5 centimeters or 2-inch gap. I was doing everything with my lower back. I had crazy, incredible lower back pain for quite some time until I got the form correct, which fixed the pain. A good tip is when you position the bar, then bring the shins in to the point where your kneecap aligns with your arm. And I recommend you practice with light weight a lot of these techniques to the point when they start coming naturally to you. Because you don't want to think when you're doing an exercise. The only thing thinking you should be doing is complete the movement. So it took me about 3 to 4 months really practicing these, and I still keep making some mistakes. The old habits are not completely gone. And now we are going to talk about breathing technique and bracing and locking all your muscles. So in general, what you would want to do, breathe, lock your muscles, and then just go down, grab the bar and lift up. That is the short version of it. I've seen in some tutorials out there, they recommend that you lock your muscles and then breathe. But for me, it works best if I breathe first and then lock my muscles. Again, experiment with both and see which one works best for you. So basically, the spine should be in a neutral position. You don't want to have an arch here in your lower back, and of course you don't want to have your back bend in this way either. Find a comfortable stance and then breathe into your diaphragm, not through your nose, but through your mouth. And all that air should go into your stomach. Now, I never said that deadlifting is going to look good, right? What I would recommend is take a couple of breaths through your nose first, and then breathe with your mouth. And then after that, brace your core as if somebody is about to punch you into your stomach. Lock your core, lock your back, lats, triceps, hamstrings, quads, glutes. Lock everything before you go down. So this is what it should look like. Now, I'm going to demonstrate another one, but slower. And then once the lift is completed, it's up to you whether you either let the bar drop or you just drop it under control. That's up to you. So next I'm going to demonstrate the same, but when using straps, because I find it very difficult for me to breathe, brace, lock my muscles, and then go down and start wrapping the hand straps. So let's get the straps. Just go down. It doesn't matter at this point if the bar moves. So let's get the hand straps wrapped around the bar. And now I start correcting my leg and feet position, as well as the bar distance between the shins. Now I breathe and then lock my muscles and then start bringing the shins towards the bar. So I'll demonstrate another one, but I'll bring the camera closer. And now that we've got the hand straps wrapped around properly, now we start positioning ourselves. So we find a comfortable leg and feet position. And we find also the distance between the bar and our legs. You can see that, see? It's about 5 centimeters or 2 inches away. And then now I am in a good starting position here. Now this is where I breathe and brace, lock every muscle and brace, and then start bringing the shins in until they touch the bar. And then as I pull up, keep the bar rubbing against my shins and thighs. So now we're all set up. So I breathe. That's it. I'll demonstrate another one, but slower. There. So I hope that the tips and the techniques I'm sharing help some of my offline friends as well as online subscribers improve your deadlift, reach the goals you've set for yourself, and of course stay safe, because deadlift is quite a dangerous exercise. You want to pay attention to the technique and the form and all of that. I made a lot of mistakes in the beginning, and I really never paid attention to the form, the bracing, the breathing, the bar distance, feet and leg position. There were a lot of things I wasn't paying attention to. Fortunately, I was healthy and strong enough to not get injured, even though I did have lower back pain for quite some time, which went away after learning all this, but I didn't get any injury. So that's why you'd want to have the basics down, because not only you get the full benefit then out of any exercise you're doing, but you also avoid injury. So with that said, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video, which is about loading strategies and loading phases.